all the things that wokeness means. Valuing empathy over rationality, safety over risk.
Valuing empathy over rationality?
These are really bad things. We really should not do that. Or safety.
But in what way does feminism value empathy over rationality? Like, first of all, empathy is rational.
Yeah.
Like, you can disagree about that, but like, you can't say like, oh, you're valuing empathy over rationality. No, I just consider empathy to be a rational position.
I'll argue a little bit with that. I wouldn't say they're the same. Empathy is a thing, that happens over here. Rationality is over here, and
yeah, I'm not saying they're definitely the same. I'm just saying out of reason you can derive empathy.
Okay.
Because if you want to say, just let's reason our way to whatever the conclusion is, regardless of whether it's empathy or selfishness. The world as a whole will be better if people care about and take care of one another, which is empathy. That's empathy. Having, the feelings for how other people feel is empathy. So, the world will be better rationally through, you can rationally prove that the world will be better if people take care of one another versus if everyone is selfish. We've gone through times where people are selfish, and generally it becomes a worse society.
I mean, you said a bunch of words that are not defined, but like I mostly agree.
Anyway, so I don't value empathy over rationality. I value them both.
Yeah.
Mostly because of rationality. I've reasoned myself into the position that empathy is important for a society. Society works better if people are empathetic.
Yeah, I kind of think of it more like, empathy tells us like what we should do or where we should be going, and rationality tells you how to get there.
Okay. To me, it's like you kind of have to reason every position, right?
Yeah.
I guess you don't. You can just feel your way into positions. That's what conservatives do a lot. But to me, I feel like if I'm going to have a position, I should have a reason for having that position. And my reason for being empathetic is that if everyone is empathetic, it makes society better. Society as a whole prospers. When people work together, when people consider each other's feelings, when people take care of one another, it improves society as a whole. And I want to live in the best society that I can.
Right.
Right? Like, I don't want to live in a society that is worse than it could be. I want to live in a society that can't possibly be better. So my goal is to achieve the best society, and to do that reasonably, rationally, I've concluded that empathy is the best stance to take towards one another. It's best to be empathetic, not selfish.
Right.
Kind of like I don't refrain from stealing because it's against the law, and I don't refrain from stealing because a Bible tells me so. I refrain from stealing because it makes society worse.
Yeah.
And sometimes people need to steal, and I understand that. I've seen Aladdin. I understand. You got to steal to eat. You got to eat to you got to eat to live. You got to steal to eat. Otherwise, we'd be friends, or otherwise we'd just be. I don't know. I can't forget. Or I can't remember how the song goes. I have forgotten how the song goes. But anyway, I do think that stealing is not necessarily unjustifiable. You can justify stealing to eat. Stealing a loaf of bread to eat it sucks that society has failed someone to the point that they have to steal to eat, but it's justifiable.
Maybe we should give like these people who need need to eat and don't have the money, maybe we should give them like a card that they can like
Yeah.
show at these different places that sell food, and that just lets them have food, and maybe the
sort of
government
like,
can pay for it.
Yeah, like a supplemental nutrition
Yeah.
program.
Yeah.
It's got to have a snappy name though. I can't think
Yeah,
of one
some
right now,
sort
but it's
of-
got to be
yeah.
really snappy.
Yeah.
And we should definitely never let like a fight over whether healthcare should be super expensive endanger that program that allows poor people to eat.
Right. That would be really bad.
Yep.